Hey there, everyone. What is today? Wednesday. I am often confused by dates. I will tell you that. Welcome to the first installment of Contours and Conversations. My name is Taibeau. I am so excited to be here with you for our new monthly series with Revlon. We are going to have conversations about things that matter, lighthearted, sometimes a little bit more thoughtful, but definitely always fun. I am Taibeau, your host for this series. I want to shout out my incredible team at Revlon for having the visionary, the insight, and the decision to actually have these types of conversations, because we know that we love the paint, we love the beat, we love a lip, but we also love to have meaningful conversations. I would also be remiss if I didn't shout out the amazing team over at Sky Blue Media for all that you do, and my team at Thai Life Media, including my team at Giselle Phelps Media. So thank you so much for joining. I'm excited about this conversation, this first installment of Contours and Conversation. We are going to be joined by my sister, my friend. I see you, Soma. Hi. Welcome. We're going to be joined by my friend, Corey Murray, who is the deputy editor of Essence magazine. Wait, but before I go, let me pin that from my page, so you know what Contours and Conversations is, right? So Corey Murray is the deputy editor of Essence magazine, and Corey and I actually go way back, because I actually started my career as an editor more than 2 months ago. No, okay, that's not true. Actually, probably about 20 plus years ago, Corey. But we're going to be talking about a very important issue today. So I'm going to bring Corey Murray in. I haven't seen her in a minute, even though we had a brief conversation as we were anticipating talking about things today for Contours and Conversations. Okay, Corey Murray. And Corey, as I said, we were editors together many years ago. I'm trying to find Corey. I had the great fortune. Corey, can you send that request again? Because what it is doing is not allowing me to bring you in. Hold on. Technology, bear with me. Corey Murray. There she is. Okay. There she is. I got her. I'm back. So Corey Murray and I started out as editors many years ago. She's now the deputy editor of the incredible Essence magazine. Corey, wait, are we color coordinated?
Oh my God. So
I'm just saying.
Ty, I have to tell you, when we were speaking yesterday, I told you I was having a little something done yesterday. And I was like, if I'm going to talk to Taibeau, I need to look my best. And I need to bring color and pop and style. So I was like, you know what? It's 1,000 degrees in Brooklyn today, but look at me.
Look, you did it. How are you feeling, Corey? Are you feeling okay?
I feel totally fine. Routine things, but I feel totally fine. Take care of your bodies, people. That's all I'm going to say. Yes.
No, I am a big believer. It's about taking care of our bodies, our minds, our spirits, our intellect, the face, the beat. You look gorgeous, by the way, and I love the alignment. Rakia said this is the happiness color, and I would have to agree. We're looking like sunshine today.
Thank you.
So I'm so happy that you're joining me, and for the first installment of Contours and Conversations.
I love a premiere.
Yes, hello premiere, and I see you, chic busy moms. We love you. Excited to have you because we decided to do our first Contours and Conversations. I am always forgetting dates, but what I do know is that August is Black Business Month.
Yes, it is.
And I have been an entrepreneur now for a little more than 15 years. And
let's give it up, Sean J.
Oh my goodness,
and
girl.
You were, I know you were talking about our past lives. I'm still deeply seated in the media business, but you really, I think you must have had a lot of foresight that I need to have, as my old colleague Yolanda Sanguinius would say, multiple streams of income. And you really set the bar for that.
Thank you, Corey. I will tell you, I don't know if it was foresight and, because I was so young when I started, entrepreneurship. I was 26 years old. And at the time, the conversations about entrepreneurship, especially Black entrepreneurship, quite frankly, are not what they are today.
No.
And so, what I did realize though as an entrepreneur is that I had developed so many incredible skill sets and talents as you have, and as you have now as an editor, that wanting to really kind of figure out ways that I could leverage those skills and apply them in different ways. And so I believe that deep down inside all of us, whether or not you're Black, you're brown, you're white, or or woman, or they, or, that there is something entrepreneurial in all of us, because we all want to birth something and bring something forward. And so thank you. But Essence, as you know, has celebrated Black women entrepreneurs for forever. But did you know that Black Business Month was actually founded in 2004?
I did not know that. I do know, because this is my first year at the helm of Essence. So I knew about Black Women's Equal Pay Day was in August. So, it was early in the month. But then shout out to our new senior money and careers editor, Kimberly Wilson. I mean, since the beginning of the summer, she was like, Black Business Month is coming up in August. And also we're a part of, Essence is owned by Essence Ventures, and under that umbrella is New Voices Fund. And the leadership over there was very much like, August is Black Business Month. And I was like, what is Black Business Month? I didn't know that was a thing. So now to know that it started just a few years ago is really compelling, because I don't know about you, when this last summer, the racial awakening, I had never before seen so much attention brought to Black businesses. I mean, we've always highlighted them. We've always, for every holiday issue, we always do a Black, the last couple of years, we've done a Black owned gift guide. But I mean, it's just everywhere, which I really love. But you and I were talking yesterday a bit, and that this feels really new, though, this awareness and this celebration of Black Business Month. But it's overdue.
It is overdue. And I think the other thing that I realized, just, as I said, I think that there's something entrepreneurial inside all of us.
Yes.
Because we're all kind of burgeoning and wanting to birth something and bring something forward. And I think obviously from an economic standpoint, to be able to thrive as an entrepreneur, to be able to make a living as an entrepreneur, and then especially obviously as, a person of color, where resources aren't always provided to you. And I just want to acknowledge, because I saw someone write in here, and I appreciate this, Brioni, that we are one race. We are a human race for sure. But obviously, as we have cultural and ethnic experiences that inform how we show up. And I think we have to acknowledge that in identity and sexual orientation and, gender identity, that really informs how we show up. And so to recognize that, one, Black entrepreneurship has been a part of the ecosystem of the Black community for forever.
Since after slavery. I mean, I know just recently with the recognition of the Tulsa Race Riots of 100, but look at what that community did. We talk about generational wealth quite a bit in the pages and on the site at Essence, and generational wealth, it just only uplifts everyone. I hear that person's comment, but it uplifts everyone, because when history shows we are coming at a huge disadvantage when it comes to having equality in this country, and Black business ownership is a step towards leveling the playing field. It's just plain and simple.
I mean, it's absolutely it. And, as I said, as an entrepreneur who actually operates multiple businesses, I think one of the things that I have been conversing a lot about, especially with young women, because I love mentoring young people as a whole, is that sometimes it's glamorized and what it means. And because, there is such a gap in funding, there's often a gap in mentorship. There's often gaps in resources. And we know that these exist on multiple levels, but especially for Black and brown communities, that to thrive as an entrepreneur takes so much. From the research and the work that you do as the editor of Essence, what are some of the things that, because Essence is the go-to for Black women. What are some of the lessons and things that Black women entrepreneurs have shared with you about their needs and also about the joy of entrepreneurship?
One thing that seems to come up, it's really great when you have that idea like, oh my God, I want to start a business. but there is a fundamental, and this is what I've been reading and learning time and time again when we cover Black female entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs, period, is that you've got to do the homework. You've got to find out how you're going to fund your business. That is one of the things that actually hurt Black businesses, why they don't get past like that 1 year mark, or I know 5 year is another big marker. They don't get past that because it's about securing investment and then maintaining it. And also being really aware of what your market is. This is not to shame, I'm just using this as an example. There's tons of candle companies out there. So if your passion is candle making, well, what is going to make your candle different than the 20 other Black female owned candle companies that are out there right now? And you need to be prepared to find out those answers and pivot if necessary. But if you feel that that's your strength, then you really need to go about the research and find out what it is going to be, what you need to do to really propel your business. So I would say funding is number one. 2 is marketing
For sure.
and how to effectively. We just did a piece on how entrepreneurs can really use social media to get their business out there. And I would say third, what tends to come up is networking. Like, just because you have your business and you have your idea and you have your funding, but then really getting the support of other businesses. So one woman we profiled, and I'm really ashamed that I did not remember her name, but she had a business in Queens. She had a hair salon. And the reason she was able to thrive during the pandemic was word of mouth of her other businesses. And she had a real estate business. So when people I don't think you came in her salon and she hit you over the head with it, but she did talk about her other businesses. And so it was that word of mouth that helped propel her real estate business, although her primary business was the hair salon. And, some people might be like, oh, hair salon, whatever, but look at what it did. It's still a business. And she was able to use the network of her salon to really push her other businesses forward.
I mean, what you said is so powerful. And I think the thing about networking and community is so important. And so again, like even recognizing, a major brand like Revlon to afford us this opportunity to talk about Black Business Month and to spotlight and highlight. And I want to hear some of the Black businesses that you're loving. And right. I got a list. I actually got a list.
I'm going to do a little show and tell.
No, I'm sure you do. But I think that's the other piece of it. It's just really understanding that entrepreneurship and even corporate kind of relations and corporate positioning have to work in concert. And I think about, when I think about Black owned businesses, you talk about the hair salon, I did not know that my mom's dear friend who did our hair every week, I didn't think of her as an entrepreneur as a child because I didn't even know that word at that time. I came from a family of educators. And so, even when I became a magazine editor, they're like, what is this? What are you doing? They were like, is that a real job? You need a backup. But so I didn't know that entrepreneurship looked different, but in our communities, like, really the reality is that small businesses and entrepreneurs, especially in Black and brown communities, are literally the backbone of the community, which is why I feel so excited about, being able to celebrate Black Business Month and shine a light on the work that we do. But the other thing that you said about networking and just the importance of connecting to others who are in this lane, in this work, I realized for me, there were so many isolated, tearful, exhausting nights when I felt alone in the work. And building community around entrepreneurship is so important. And so I would love for you to talk a little bit about New Voices Fund, because in addition to providing grants to entrepreneurs, it also creates this community of Black entrepreneurs as well.
Yes, it does. And again, when people hear the term, they be like, oh, is it you just go to them and ask for money and you're going to get? No, that is not how this works. Because
really, it ain't that simple.
It is not that simple. And that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs, when they start out, they think like, oh, once I get this big investment, I'm going to be on my way. But that is just simply the first step, a small step towards sustaining your business. So what New Voices Fund provides is information about maintaining or securing equity, but also it's really about maintaining your business. How do you make it grow? They offer classes, they offer mentorships. I actually just last week hosted a pitch competition that New Voices had with Target. And we listened to 9 female entrepreneurs, got up and pitched. And to hear, like, off camera, what they were thinking, it was like, but one of the advisors, New Voices Fund, one of the advisors was one of the judges. And hearing what she had to say about businesses, whether they're going direct to consumer, whether they want to get on shelves. She also said that she has a special place in her heart for the people behind the scene who's about shoveling. And there was one business that their whole business that they pitched was about fulfilling orders. Like, it wasn't about this splash or whatever. That was her whole business. When I tell you that woman, I think she had
was she out of Atlanta?
She was out of Atlanta, and
I know her because we were going to work with her.
Yes.
So I do know her. Yes.
And she started her business in her second bedroom.
Yeah.
So it was just really looking at the broader picture of all the entry points that you can come into business. So New Voices Funds really helps you look at how you really can create a full business, but with all the bells and whistles. Also, another program that I learned about this year, I don't know if you heard, when Goldman Sachs was putting together that $10 billion fund for Black businesses. So apparently they have a small business incubator program that they do. And the thing is, they need more. The reason they came to us is because we need more Black women to apply. So these programs are out there. Check check the big banks, check the small banks, check places like New Voices Fund. Just in our last issue, we profiled 6 investment firms, either angel investors or venture capitalists. Capitalists.
Mm-hmm.
These people, their whole business is helping other businesses. So connect with them and get in their programs. And usually these programs are like a year. They take a little time on the weekend. It's not a lot of time, but if you're really about becoming an entrepreneur, this is the work you have to do.
And I also like to say, and thank you for that, and I actually need to look into that myself because, with one of my businesses, we're raising at this point, which is an exciting time, but also a very daunting time. And I think that's the important thing, is that to know that there are resources out there. And I think to take it back to August being Black Business Month, it's shining a light on what the opportunity is and also the work that has been done, which is so critical. There was something that you said that really triggered something in me around understanding what the resources are. And I think, doing the research to know, what is out there that you can access. But also, one of the things that is really critical, I think, for me, and especially for Black and brown people, and especially Black women, stop calling it your side hustle. Think about how you can turn. I'm thinking about, especially being here at Revlon Contours and Conversations, our very new monthly series that I'll be hosting. Super excited about that. Like, I'm thinking about all of the amazing makeup artists that are in here. And just saying, like, I do this on the side. Well, it could be something that you do on the side, but it is also an opportunity for you to generate income, revenue, and potentially create wealth. And so set it up as a business and approach it with a business mindset, so that way you can actually develop it into something that might be bigger than you even thought. Like, it can contour into something completely different.
You got me thinking, and forgive me, but this is for everyone. You go do this research, but you remember the woman. She's she's Latina. She created the makeup sponge.
Beauty blender?
And then she was working as a makeup artist on the set of Girlfriends. And on the side.
Yes. Yeah. But and that's the thing. And that's why I think, again, I think it's beautiful when major brands and conglomerates and Fortune 100s and 500s like Revlon open up the doors for us to have conversations about this, because this is an entry point. And it's an entry point not for you to stay where you are, but to rise to the next level. Exactly. You know what I mean? To elevate to that next plane. And so, yes, exactly. So for all those people that think that beat is meant to be that side hustle, who knows? It could be the next empire.
It could be your main business.
Listen, and I'm about that business.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, how people can support Black Entrepreneur Month, and let's also talk about some of your favorite Black businesses. And I have a list here too. So
Okay.
I'm not going to mention my own Thai Life Media, no, but I am going to share some of the other businesses that I love. But you tell me some of the ones that you're looking to right now.
Okay, so I'm not trying to brag, but because of our business, Ty, being media, I get a lot of promotional gifts. But one thing that I have loved over the last couple of months is a lot of these big companies are partnering with Black entrepreneurs to curate boxes that have Black businesses in them. One I would like to shout out is Zarina Akers, who actually just styled, her. She styled our beautiful Megan Thee Stallion for our cover.
For the cover, yeah.
But her side hustle that has now become one of her main businesses is the website Black Owned Everything. So she partnered, I believe, with Google, and they curated a huge box set. Okay. So one of the things that was in it was...
Oh, wait, you're going to show some things. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm here for
now,
what you got.
I got Zach and Zoe honey.
Ooh.
Okay, now, I'm going to be honest. Wait
a minute. Wait. Obviously, you like this.
I loved it. I ate it. And it's funny, I got this. I got a little sniffles, and, everyone said drink honey and lemon. And look at this. To the point, my daughter said, you're using it all. And so this is a lovely family. They make beautiful honey. So I love that. I also, we're speaking about makeup, Lip Bar.
Yeah, well, great brand, absolutely.
Yep. And
what else do you have?
And this is what I'll end with. So, two more things. Something I was surprised.
You're like, no, more.
Something I was surprised to see in a gift box. I won't go into all the products, but it was a beautiful box. Worry Vice.
Yes, of course I know Worry.
I didn't know he made candles.
I didn't know Worry made candles either. And I just texted with Worry the other day. That's beautiful.
Beautiful candles.
Oh, that's stunning.
And it smells really good. Okay. And the last thing I got, so shout out to Heather Lowry. She is head of the...
that's my Spellman sister.
All right. Now, HBCU's in the house.
Yes, exactly.
So she has a beautiful program called Fem It Forward. I'm one of their mentors. She sent out a gorgeous gift box. And I found this in there.
Oh, I have that. Yes. Beautiful.
And these are some women out of Oakland.
I love that. So that's the tea, right? That's the loose tea.
Yeah.
What's the name of it called? It's called
Hella Tea.
Hella.
If you're from Oakland, you know.
You know exactly what that means.
From the Bay.
If you're from California, you know too. It's Hella Tea. I love that. And thanks for sharing. Thanks for the shout out to Zarina. Actually, Meg the Stallion is actually an ambassador for Revlon. So I'm sure.
I really did not know that. I didn't put that.
So there you go.
A little
so we love that. And Zarina is like one of my dear little sisters that I absolutely adore. And I just, am so grateful for you shouting out those brands. I want to shout out a brand because, I'm really into this health and wellness. These are journals.
Oh, I love it.
Called Wake and Healthy. And my girl, Zakia Miller, who is a wonderful wellness enthusiast, and she created these. They're daily intention setting journals where you can write what you eat, when you went to bed, and that sort of thing. So yeah, her name is Zakia Miller.
Zakia Miller. I'm going to type that down. Okay.
Magic Mornings. And then she has, does it agree with me? So it's kind of like these check-in journals. And what I love about what Zakia did with these is that she made them super kind of like easy to kind of guide, but also you can color, which is a really good thing to do in order to kind of release your mind. Yeah, so we know that there are so many amazing Black entrepreneurs in various spaces in health and beauty and wellness. The other thing about Black entrepreneurship, it's not just the products, it's the services too. So when you think about needing a branding agency, think about, people who are doing branding. I see Amethyst. That's right. Do me a favor, everyone. Tag some of your favorite Black entrepreneurs below. I love Notes Fragrances. all of that is really good. So that way we can share and really be a part of the ecosystem to
Yes.
support the building of Black entrepreneurs. But think about the services, right? So your accountant, you know, it's so interesting. I remember growing up, I grew up outside of Newark, New Jersey. Anybody in Jersey, what's up? Brick City in the house, the orange is in the house. But my family was so intentional about being sure that, you know, I connected like my you know, my family, that my doctors, you
Yep.
know, our accountants, you know, the services, our insurance people. And so also think about entrepreneurship as those services that you can tap into. I love
Exactly.
Juices for Life. I know that that's in Brooklyn. I see some really good, perfect. Share all of those resources here. Super, super grateful to learn about those. Is there anything else you wanna share about Black entrepreneurship?
I think, you know, it's funny. When I think about Black entrepreneurship, it's something that I'm always like, oh, I don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. But I think we all, even if you feel that way, I think we all have an entrepreneurial spirit in us. It's a matter of just figuring out what that business is. It may be small, it may be large. But if you really don't, I think it's imperative that you go out, like you've been saying, Ty, to go out and really support these Black entrepreneurs. Just buy something, support them, talk about them, recommend them. When I really love something, I personally tag them on IG. I am not paid to do that kind of stuff. It's just if I love something very beautiful, I talk about it and I share. And I think that's the one big way that you can help really uplift and stretch a Black business. Because if we don't talk about it, then
How
they'll
will
go
we know
away.
about it? I mean, I think about that often because if anyone, I forget the color of the Revlon color I'm wearing today, but it's one of their, and I actually blend because I use my lip balm at the bottom, and then I put like this matte on so that way it has just a little bit of sheen.
So,
I'll have to figure out this color and share with everyone. But like, the thing I love about where we are in this point in time, especially with Black Entrepreneur Month, as a former beauty editor, I think I forgot to say that, you know, I am a former beauty editor.
but clearly
It,
you are because
oh, thank you. Thank you. But, you know, it was nothing to say my lipstick is Revlon color,
yeah.
da, 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 right? It was never a thing to say that. And so, and we do that, you know, we'll say like how gorgeous your lip color or your blushes or your eyeshadow is. We have to do the same thing with small businesses and
Yes.
small Black businesses, not only during Black Business Month,
No,
but
all the time.
year
You
round.
know, I've made it a point to, I order out a lot, so,
No
but now
judgment,
I
girl.
make
No
a point
judgment.
to order from a Black business at least once or twice a week as far
Wow.
as my food. And I'm going to give a shout out because I just discovered them, although they've been there for years. But Krabby Shack, right there on Franklin Avenue in Brooklyn. I've been obsessed with seafood lately, and they make a really good whiting. And I'm old school. I'm from the South, and
You
they
like,
serve it
yes,
with
when you said whiting, I knew exactly what you meant.
but they serve it with 2 pieces of white bread. I was like, y'all are genius.
I
And
love it.
on Fridays they put on a DJ. So if you go at the right time, you can have your whiting and a little cocktail and a DJ. So you're having a little party outside safely.
Well, here's what I will say. I am super grateful for this conversation. I'm grateful for all the work that Essence continues to do to amplify Black women and Black businesses and Black people year round. Keep those Black owned businesses, especially the fashion brands, the services, you know, all those things coming because it's important that we share. And I just want to thank you for joining us today, Corey, for our first Contours and Conversations.
Thank you for having me, Ty. Thank you.
Love and blessings. I love you, sis. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much. Corey
Bye.
Murray, Deputy Editor of Essence Magazine, joining us for the first installment of Contours and Conversations. I am Taibeau, your host for Contours and Conversations. I will be back next month where we will uncover and have conversation about something else super meaningful because there are contours to how we are, obviously. And I'm not just talking about that, you know, that pump of the cheek. I am celebrating all of you who have entrepreneurship buried within you that you haven't necessarily decided to bring forth yet, as well as all of you who are entrepreneurs. Support Black owned businesses, not only during this month of August, but year round. And thank you again to Revlon for this amazing opportunity for us to go deeper, to go beneath the beat, to have conversations about all the things that make us feel and look beautiful. Have a wonderful rest of the day, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.